Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Let's try to solve a Leetcode problem today. Let's solve the problem number 11, container with most water. It's a medium level problem, but it's a pretty interesting problem, and it is also a template problem happened in a lot of interview cases. So if you solve this problem, normally you grasp one kind of a template. It is called two pointers. Now let's get to the question. You are given an array, integer array, so it is a height. Inside the integer, its number represents a height. So this is a height 1, 8. And there are n vertical lines. So the vertical lines is the height of each of the line. And you are asked to calculate how many water you can hold. In real cases, it is a 3D situation, but here it is only 2D. Actually, we only need to calculate the maximum square between two boards. Now let's get to the whiteboard. So for this case, this is all the board represented. We need to initiate two pointers, the left pointer and the right pointer. So from here, it is the right pointer, and here is the left pointer. Basically, we want to determine how can we shift the pointers. Because this problem n, the maximum of n equals to 10 to the power of 5. You cannot solve it use brute force, because brute force you at least need to use two loops. So for the two loops, n should be 10 to the power of 10. It will be time limit exceeded. And of course, you can use n log n, but this problem you cannot change the position of each line or each board. So you have to use two pointer to shift from the left side or shift from the right side. And the idea of the algorithm is greedy ideas. So how can you use greedy to shift left or right to find the maximum water? Yeah. So here, from the left side, so this pointer pointed to the left side and our pointer pointed to the right side. We need to compare the height of the left board and the right board. If the left board is shorter, we need to move left board shift to one place to the right. Why? Because you cannot shift to the right. If it is shorter and you shift to the right board, so the right board shift to this place. And then we get a area. So this area is even smaller than before. But if you shift to the left side, it is possible to have a higher board. So this board is actually higher. And here you hold the most water. So that is the core idea of the question. Because if this board is already very high, and if you shift it, you maybe lose some cases. For example, if this is shorter and it happened to be here is the largest, so you lost your possible to get the maximum area. So that is why we shift always from the shorter board. Yeah. Now let's go back to the Leetcode and try to solve it here. As I said, this is a template problem. We need to define some variables. So for me, two pointers, I will always use L and R. You can use any variables, but it must be meaningful and you can write quickly. And the result, I will always use res as my result. And the right pointer is len height. And the result is 0 because area cannot be less than 0. So I give it a minimum value. So the template will be while L less than R. L cannot be equal to R because if L equals to R, it is already 0, and we've already defined a result to be 0. So we don't need to compare L equals to R cases. So while L less than R is okay. Here, we can directly calculate the result. We will use a max result with the calculation inside. So inside the calculation, basically, it is to calculate the area of left side to the right side. So how to calculate the area? We use mean height. So inside the minimum, the left side is height L and the right side is height R. Then we need to times the distance times R minus L. Here we don't need to use R minus L plus 1 because as the question said, if this is 1, index is 1, this index is 2, 2 minus 1 is 1, 1 times this one is the area as we calculated. So from the example, we should know how to calculate. It should be R minus L. Next, we need to check one of the cases is if the left height L is less than height R. If the left height is less than the right height, we need to shift the left. So the L should plus 1, else R should minus 1. R needed to shift to from the right to the left. Next, we can simply return the result. Let's run it to check if it is successful. Let me check if there are some errors. Oh, so the index, yeah, the index should minus 1. Yeah, so that's basically how we define the index. So the height, this is a 0. So from here, it is a len height minus 1. Now let's run it. Yeah, it's accepted. So that's the entire code. Now let's run it and to make sure that it works. As you can see, it works. It is around 17% in all submissions. If you think this is helpful, please like and subscribe. I will upload more Leetcode questions like this. Thank you for watching. See you later.